You are up, Commissioner.
All right, Bannock County Commissioners are now in session on Tuesday, the 25th of February. February is over. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Starting off with Chantel, so Indigent Services. Go for it, Chantel.
Yes, Indigent Services. The first case that I have for you is case number 2025-0021. It's an application for cremation expenses through Corey Nelson Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The applicant is a 73-year-old female. She's applying for cremation expenses for her 70-year-old spouse. With all of the information that I did obtain, it does appear that they meet criteria, and she has agreed to a $25 a month repayment plan upon approval of this application. The next application that I have for you is case number 2025-0022. It's an application for cremation expenses submitted by Corey Nelson Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. It's for the deceased is an 82-year-old female. It does appear that they meet criteria to be eligible for assistance through the indigent program, and there is no responsible party available for repayment of this request at this time. The next application is case number 2025-0023. It's an application for cremation expenses submitted through Corey Nelson Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The deceased was a 62-year-old female. She was caring for her 14-year-old grandchild at the time of her passing. It does appear that they meet criteria to be eligible for assistance through the indigent program, and there is no responsible party available for repayment of this request at this time. The next application is for case number 2025-0024. It's an application for cremation expenses submitted through Corey Nelson Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The deceased was an 80-year-old male who was living in a nursing home at the time of his passing. It does appear that they meet criteria to be eligible for assistance through the indigent program. There is no responsible party available for repayment of this request at this time. And the last case that I have for you is case number 2025-0025. It's an application for cremation submitted through Wilkes Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The applicant is a 45-year-old male. He's applying for cremation expenses of his 64-year-old mother. It does appear that they meet criteria to be eligible for assistance, and he has agreed to a $25 a month repayment plan upon approval of this application.
Any questions?
No.
I'd move that we approve case number 2025-0021, 22, 23, 24, and 25 as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Chantel.
Yes.
All right, Dan.
Good morning. Dan Kendall, Facilities Director. I just have two contracts, I guess, for you. One is for direct communications. We have to agree to pay $185 a month for 60 months to get that fiber run to the event, the exhibit building.
$185 a month for 6 months?
60 months.
That seems a bit steep.
I think a lot of these, they base your down payment on the agreement, so yeah, you don't really have a choice in Downey, I guess, if you want fiber. We paid him the $12,000 to get the line to the building, but we excluded that portion of the agreement off last time. This will make it so we can get the like security cameras to the courthouse and like the key fob access would be tied to the courthouse, but there's really not an option in Downey.
They utilize the internet and everything else during the fair quite a bit,
Yeah.
and all that they do. Like I say, we're pretty limited on options on this one, in my opinion. But to utilize that facility and make it, the other part about that is I need to talk to the fair board and to Delynn and let her know that this is a fee that they're going to be paying as a fair board.
Right.
Yeah.
We need to make sure the contract that you sign has it's the new one. Shanda, the original one she sent, they wanted us to pay by ACH or auto draw from our account. She got that changed, so then one of the first couple of pages, it should say we can pay by check. Should be in that big writing right there.
Yeah, no, that's the appropriations clause.
Okay. The revised copy had it within that area. So you may not have the revised one. I've got it in my email, I can forward it.
Service fees. Yeah, I don't see anything in here about,
I'll forward you. Yep, I'll forward the corrected copy.
granted, I'm reading it fast, but I don't see anything about payment in here. So.
It was in the, like I said, it was within one of the first couple of pages. I don't know why they couldn't,
See if you can see it, Ernie.
they couldn't
I'm not
do it
seeing
better. It should be on page 2. Please note the Bannock County may terminate this contract unilaterally if funds are unavailable. Also, in this case, rather than funds being charged to a credit card,
Yeah,
this is
okay.
referenced in section 2.
We don't have that one in. We don't
I will
have that
forward
one
that
in.
to Christie, and then that way that's the copy we.
All right.
We picked the cheapest option. I guess that's the only thing I could share with you. The other option is like a wireless thing that they've been using that isn't ideal. That wouldn't be able to access our cameras or our key fobs. So this was the next best option.
Okay, well, I don't like it, but okay.
And we shouldn't have to start paying until,
August,
uh,
July.
Shanda thought maybe July. So worst case, we'll have 3
So
months.
will that come out of general funds or will that come out of down there?
I'm
for
hoping
this
it will
one?
come out of their budget if we can notify them. However, it was not budgeted for.
That was my concern, is that's a
So-
pretty steep number for not budgeting for that, so,
Yeah. So we'll see if they can absorb it. I'll work with them on that side.
okay.
I'd go ahead and make a motion that we approve the direct communications contract for the facility in Downey.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Second one I have for you today is for a man lift for construction. I think we've included a contract for, just shows a 1-month rental. So we don't have to pay the delivery and pickup fee one time, but we would probably have the man lift there for 4 months.
So, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
How did we choose this company to rent from?
It's been our cheapest, best service contractor that I've come across. We can definitely look other
So we got an email from John that read through it, and he said that we shouldn't sign this contract.
Oh,
The indemnification on that said if there's any injury, even due to equipment failure, that's not on them, that's on us.
oh,
And that was his concern, is if we had an equipment failure that caused an injury, or just an equipment failure that resulted in damage to the machine, then that was on us.
And it says loading, unloading, hauling, that's all on us.
oh. I can look at the other contracts from other places and see if it is the same. These guys have the newest equipment that's in the best condition. That's another reason why we usually go with them, but I can
Okay.
definitely, there's only really 2 places in Pocatello that I've rented from for man lifts, but the other places, sometimes you get stuff that's pretty used up.
So does it cause you any stress if you take a week and look at this and see if
No,
you can?
that's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I heard it was a little muddy down there anyway.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
There's like a moat around that thing right now. We started digging a little bit yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah. So,
Okay, well, if you'll look
Yeah.
at that and
Yep.
and then
Look
see
at your
what.
phone.
Yeah.
see if it's any different anywhere else.
Right,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Emma. Want to read that for us today?
I thought she was gonna read it.
Oh,
I don't have a copy in front of me.
well, we can fix that.
Good.
Go hand that to Emma.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good morning, Commission. Emma Iannicone, Public Information Officer, here to present the proclamation for a joint proclamation with the cities of Chubbuck and Pocatello to recognize the Strengthening Families to Prevent Child Abuse Month. This is the same proclamation that we signed last year with the cities. The only changes are the new City of Pocatello logo, as well as the change in the name of the month. That was a national change. So I will read that. Whereas children are the embodiment of dreams and aspirations for the future, and as such deserve to grow and develop in nurturing environments free from fear and victimization. And whereas child abuse and neglect can be reduced by making sure each family has the support it needs in raising their children in a safe, nurturing environment. And whereas our society has a responsibility to protect our children and help them thrive in a safe environment, as every child is entitled to be loved, cared for, feel secure, and be free from verbal, sexual, emotional, and physical abuse and neglect. And whereas the majority of child abuse cases stem from situations and conditions that are preventable in an engaged and supportive community, and whereas child abuse and neglect not only directly harm children, but also increase the likelihood of criminal behavior, substance abuse, health problems such as heart disease and obesity, and risky behavior such as smoking. And whereas effective child abuse prevention programs succeed because of partnerships among families, social service agencies, schools, religious and civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, and the business community. Now, therefore, we, the undersigned, do hereby proclaim April 2025 to be Strengthening Families to Prevent Child Abuse Month in Pocatello, Chubbuck, and Bannock County, and call upon our citizens, community agencies, faith groups, medical facilities, and businesses to join in dedicating their energies to cherishing our children and helping them grow and develop free from victimization so they may mature into successful adults. Their success is our success.
Very good. Any thoughts?
Good.
Okay.
I'd make a motion to go ahead and sign the proclamation for Strengthening Families to Prevent Child Abuse Month for the month of April.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Here's your copy of that.
Thank you.
I'll route that over to cities for their mayor's signature.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And just so you're aware, we did send Dan back to look at that contract on the rental.
Okay.
Per your guidance last night.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You bet. Okay, next we have Resolution 2025-14, 2025-15, and 2025-01. The first one is for new fees for the planning and development, which is for the ag protection area. The second one is for adopting the 2021 comprehensive plan future land use map, which again makes outlines the ag protection areas within the county. And the last one is for the actual zoning ordinance for the ag protection areas. And we had those discussions in the public meeting last week. Any further thoughts or comments, Commissioner?
No.
Okay, then I would move that we approve ordinance 2025-14-15 and 01. Oh, that's county ordinance 2025-01.
And that's resolution, you said ordinance.
Oh, yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. So resolution 2025-14 and -15 and county ordinance 2025-01. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay. Ag protection area is now a real thing, for what it's worth. No sarcasm there, was there?
We're probably thinking the same about it.
All right, let's see. Next, we're on the public hearing notice. Kyle, you're here to talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay, come on up. And the public hearing notice is for a road validation. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
Kyle Burmester, Public Works Director. Yeah, just to give you some clarity for you guys, out of statute 4203A, there's 3 different things that we look at, whether we're going to validate a road, or need to go into a proceeding to validate one. If there's, the three are, if through omission or defect, doubt exists as to the legal establishment or evidence of establishment of the highway or public right-of-way. Second is if the location has, of the highway or public right-of-way cannot be accurately determined. And thirdly, if the highway or public right-of-way as traveled and used does not generally conform to the location of a highway or public right-of-way described in the official highway system. So most of these we can kind of get before they come to this, to have to validate it through showing our maintenance. The road's been constructed, it's been used so long for public access and different things like that. Where this road's a little bit different, there's a section of it that we have found, we did some maintenance on some of it, we haven't did others with the other chunk. So what's came about is an applicant came to us for me to like validate that we're maintaining it, but there's enough there of not known and different things out there that kind of state one way and then the other way, and so we're trying to bring it before you guys to be able to validate one way or the other what this road actually is.
And the road in question is Lower Rock Creek Road down
Yes.
in the Ingham area.
Yeah, so that's just a little bit south of like the ski hill and stuff like that, and it goes from west to east and goes and crosses Bonneville Road. Where the piece that is in question is from Bonneville east. So there's a bunch of towers up there. I think we utilize one of the towers and stuff. It's just a dirt road section that goes towards the towers, but then it jogs off to the applicant's property. I've had different maps showing that we've signed previously with commission and stuff that's one of our maintenance roads, and then some that don't have it on there, and so it just kind of inclusive.
Okay. All right, so what we're here for today is to approve the public hearing notice. So I move that we go ahead and approve the public hearing notice based on the discussion. Any questions?
No.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Kyle.
Yep, thank you.
And last thing on the agenda this morning, I don't see any salary rate approval forms, so just minutes. Did I miss something? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
I'd move that we approve the minutes as presented then. This is for February 6th and 11th. And, yeah, February 6th and 11th. Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.